It got to a point where my siblings started calling me out on it. They're like, girl, you always say that. You always say you're going to start something and you never do. Or you will start, but you'll never finish. And at first I was like, are they looking down on me? Like, I don't like this, you know? But I'm actually glad that they called me out on it because I was becoming someone who I would never want to be. I was becoming a person who just talks but never really does the work. I realized like, man, if I want to change, like I really need to be consistent. Respect demands consistency. So if you want to be somebody who's respected, like you're going to need to be consistent in one thing for a long period of time.
Morty.
Limits don't exist till we put them.
Adija Amisi.
Yeah,
The whole government.
That's me.
Welcome to the Elevate.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to have you on this podcast, to be honest, because when I saw the video on Instagram that you're gonna release a book, an ebook, 90 Days of Discipline, and I was like, wow, this is something that I need to read the first time it comes out, and I need to figure out what is going on with this girl's mind. So
Yeah.
I think it's great that you are doing what you're doing. First of all, I want to say this, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's amazing work that you're doing. And just to express how much like I'm proud of you and what you have accomplished and what you continue to accomplish is like, hey, you go girls.
Thank you.
Go girl.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you for having me on your podcast, for trusting me with your platform. But also, like you said, you was really one of the first people who purchased my book. So I also thank you for showing your support just beyond like the sharing or the liking, but also actually believing in me, because you purchasing it, you spent your money, but also your time as well, like reading it. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And for the feedback as well.
Hey, it was worth it.
Hey,
It was worth it.
good to hear. Good to hear.
So we're gonna actually go into it and just kind of like uncover some things. First of all, who are you? What's your story and whatever you would like to share if someone doesn't know you?
Yeah. My name is Adija. I'm looking over there. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, whichever you want.
Okay. My name is Adija. Adija Amisi. I am a senior right now in college and I'm studying economics. And I've always been ambitious, honestly. Like I'm someone who's always like goal driven and just like has goals and is ambitious and want to do so much in the world. But I've also been someone who's so lazy and a big procrastinator. And so this year I just wanted to change that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like wrote the book and did the 90 Day of Discipline challenge. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so what led to you wanting to write a book? You say you've always been ambitious, but there was some laziness in you. But what was it? What season were you in?
Yeah.
And what made you want to start the book, the journey? Because this is a 90-day challenge that you did, right? Expand on that. Then like 90 days. Why 90 days?
Yeah. So first, I realized like, man, if I want to change, like I really need to be consistent. Like respect demands consistency. So if you want to be somebody who's respected, like you're going to need to be consistent in one thing for a long period of time. And that is something that I was lacking a lot. And like I was saying, like I'm always goal driven and always like ambitious. And every time I had a great idea, I'll go to my siblings. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about doing this. And it got to a point where my siblings started calling me out on it. They're like, girl, you always say that. You always say you're going to start something and you never do. Or you will start, but you'll never finish. And at first I was like, are they looking down on me? Like, I don't like this, But I'm actually glad that they called me out on it because I was becoming someone who I would never want to be. I was becoming a person who just talks but never really does the work. So like this year, I was like, I think discipline is really the difference of like potential and becoming whatever it is that you're really ambitious about. Like if you really want to do whatever it is you want to do, you have to build up that discipline. And like Dr. Miles Monroe is one of like the people I like to listen to and stuff like that.
Dr. Miles.
Hey, you listen to him?
Oh, come on, he's a legend.
He's a legend.
Yes.
But he said that a lot of people die with so much potential. Like the grave is the place that has most potential. So I was listening to him too, and I heard that and I was like, okay, this is the year.
Wow.
This is the year to break it. And so I actually like when the year started, I was like praying. I was like, God, I've made so many goals and I never accomplished it. And I want this year to be like different. And like, I literally after praying, like the number 90 came to my mind.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, we're just going to do a 90-day challenge. I honestly did not know what I wanted to do it in, but I just knew that I wanted to be consistent in something for that long,
Okay.
like 90 days.
And that built the current book that you have right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I just decided that I was going to start small and start with the things that I find to be the most important to me, which is my health and also like my spiritual life. So I decided to be consistent in reading my word and also like drinking my water and working out for like the whole 90 days straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's amazing. So before we go into the book, I would like to kind of tell to the audience, what is this book about and what is it not about? So that people have clear expectation of when they want to read the book, they know exactly what they're going to get out of it.
Yeah. This book is about how to accomplish something. Like, let's say you have a goal and you're struggling to be consistent to achieve the result that you want. This book helps you build a system that is going to help you be consistent so that you can be able to actually finish whatever it is that you started. That is the main like idea of the whole entire book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a spiritual book.
It's not a spiritual book. It's not a physical transformation book, but it is a book that gives you a blueprint that you can use to achieve whatever goal it is that you're wanting to achieve.
And the blueprints are really amazing. You guys should definitely check it out. But so let's kind of dive deep into the book and kind of understand your psychology around it. So starting with the story, which was perfect. You read it, how you desire to be the persons that you want to be, but you couldn't attain it because of lack of discipline.
Yeah.
So for me, discipline has been like the biggest thing, right? Discipline is like, there's some things in my life that I'm very disciplined about, and it's impossible for me to like counterattack it by anything else.
Yeah.
So when I was reading the book, the first thing that came to mind is this girl has attained something that most people has not yet attained. And I think that revelation is very powerful. So let's kind of like dissect what is discipline?
Discipline to me is doing something even when you don't feel like doing. Because it's one way to always be doing something that you want to do. Like you love this thing and you're always doing it. But what happens when you don't love that thing and you got to do it? Do you still do it? Or do you procrastinate or prolong that journey of actually achieving that? Or do you just not do it at all? So for me, discipline is doing what you got to do when you got to do it, even if you don't feel like it. Yeah, that's discipline to me.
What about the motivation?
I feel like motivation can only carry you so long. Like you can have motivation from at the start, but if you want to have prolonged discipline, it's going to take more than motivation.
Yeah.
So I feel like, for example, a lot of people love to work out. And at the beginning of the year, all the gyms are full.
Yeah.
Guess what that is? Motivation.
Yeah.
Everybody's motivated. This is the year I'm going to go, going to change my body. I'm going to change my life. February comes, the number decrease in the gym, right? Motivation fails. So like we can't fully depend on motivation. We have to build systems around it to sustain that discipline.
You kind of touch on your chapter 3, why people fail to attain the goal that they want to attain. So let's say an average person right now, they want to achieve a certain goal. So something simple as maybe hitting their quotas at work or even losing some weight, right? What they need in order for them to get there is discipline. But why is it that, based on your book, you say 8% of the people only achieve it?
Yeah.
What's the reason? That's a low number, don't you think?
Yeah, it's very low.
Yeah.
And it's honestly sad. Like what? But I generally think that one of the biggest reason is that a lot of people depend on motivation and they don't set themselves up for success. Like if you want to achieve something, you have to, which I talk about the architecture, you have to design your environment to support your goal.
Yeah.
So if you're just going to go out of like high, like, whenever you are on a high or something, you want to indulge in that thing. You can't depend on that though. If you want to be disciplined in something to actually achieve it, you have to create an environment that, like, you have to create an environment that support that goal. So I would say the reason why most people fail is because they don't know how to create that environment. And sometimes they're not really clear on their goal too. I think that's a big part. Most people do things just because they see other people are doing it, but it might not even be something that they want to achieve. Or maybe it is something that they want to achieve, but then they're not really clear on how to set that goal and actually how to achieve it.
What's the most practical way for you to kind of set up a goal that is very clear?
I think there is an acronym in a semi SMART. SMART, I think is like, it has to be, I forgot what S stands for, but I know M is measurable.
Measurable, yeah.
A is attainable. T is time. So if you guys don't know the SMART acronym, just look it up. But in my book, I talk about the SMART goal.
You did, yeah.
And also, I actually say it's a good way to like set up a goal. But at the same time, it also often lacks something which I really touched on in my book, and that is a milestone. I feel like a milestone is the differentiator of just setting a goal and actually achieving it. Because I've set the goal to work out along multiple times. But this is the only time I was consistent for 90 days.
Yeah.
And that is because I set a milestone for myself. I said, if I can achieve going to the gym every single day and reading my word every single day, I will have a book to write. But if I don't, then I won't have an ebook to write, because what would I write the ebook about?
Yes.
But because I set that milestone for myself, it forced me to actually work out every single day and actually reading my word, because if I didn't achieve those, then the book would be a lie.
Yes.
So I feel like that is something you actually had. If you get the SMART goal and you add a milestone to it, oh my gosh.
You're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it. Like, oh my goodness. Because that milestone gives your everyday task a purpose. It makes it more bigger than just completing a task, checking that out. Yeah.
So from an overview, that's a big set of like a milestone. You have to get there, but you're not there. But let's say in one day you wake up and you're not feeling like it, doing it, right? So there needs to be a system that allows you to do all those things. So let's go into the three A's of discipline.
Yeah.
I really like those. So
Yeah.
you want to talk, or I can?
So the 3 A's of discipline that I talk about in my book is, number 1, it has to be achievement. And I define achievement as adding a milestone to whatever goal that you have for yourself that gives your 90-day of discipline a purpose. So that's how I describe achievement. And then I have accountability. I think accountability is so important.
Okay, I like the accountability one.
Yeah?
That was really good. Yeah, but anyway, continue. I just had to catch you on that.
Yeah. Accountability is really important because it's so easy for us to, what's it called? What's the word? It's so easy. Backslide or like not keep a promise to ourselves. But then when it comes to like someone else, you don't want to disappoint that person. I think the easiest promise to break, like I say in my book, is your own promise. But whenever you have somebody else holding you accountable, it's really hard for you to let them down.
Yes.
So that's why I like accountability a lot. And then architecture is the third one. And that is like I said, designing your system in a way that it supports your goal. Making sure that your day is literally aligned with whatever it is that you want to achieve. So those are the 3 A's of discipline.
The 3 A's of discipline.
Yes.
Achievement, accountability. So I want to dissect achievement a little bit, and then maybe we can expand on it. But I also want to talk about accountability, and then we can go also talk about architecture, because I'm not going to lie, out of all of them 3, I think architecture is the best.
Yeah.
It was structured pretty well.
Yeah.
I think you structured it very well.
That's really good.
So with achievements, so let's say for example, your goal is to hit by the end of the 90 days, you want to hit about 20, you want to lose about 20 pounds, right? What would achievement look like? How would you go ahead? How would you monitor your achievement in that 90 days?
Yes. So that is going to be like something you really think about, because achieving the 120 is already an achievement. And that actually is a even bigger achievement than wanting like a bigger milestone. Okay. So for example, like what I did for me is just working out. I didn't have any goal. Like my goal was just to work out. So that was a goal. But I didn't have like a concise, like what I wanted to see. So achievement is having a milestone. And then that the word achievement in itself is like, at the end of the 90 day, you want to have proof that shows what you did in those 90 days. So losing weight is going to be one of losing weight or gaining weight. If you have a target, the achievement is going to be the proof that you lost the 20 pounds or whatever pounds you were wanting to lose. But the milestone, that's what you got to figure out yourself, to be honest, because you have to say, why is losing 20 pounds so important to me? What is it that if I lose 20 pounds, then what? Like that's the milestone that you need. If I lose 20 pounds, then what? Whatever the what is, that should be your motivation. That should be what is driving you. That should be the milestone. Like I said, for me, I was like, if I stay consistent for 90 days, then I'll write an ebook. And that was my milestone.
Okay.
But the achievement is the proof. So the achievement was still what I did. I did all this for 90 days.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, the milestone was the ebook.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, hey, I'm having the author to author. This is really good. Author to author. I'm understanding more of what it's about. So I was having a conversation with my friend on the last podcast, and we were talking about setting up a goal. And the issue in which I found myself in this too, and some people, especially him and other guys, find themselves into this, is that you set up a goal. Let's say, for example, you want to hit about a certain amount of money in your bank account. And before you hit it, you already set up a new one. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I don't know, because to be honest, I feel like, how you gonna move on when you haven't like you haven't
But
finished?
like, you get what I'm saying though, right? Like you set up a goal, and then as soon as you're about to get there, he's like, oh, I can get more. Like I could grow more. You haven't even reached it, but you had set up a new one.
Honestly, I feel like that can be a motivation though.
That could be?
That could be a motivation, as long as you have the right system in place. I don't think it could break, like it could stray you away from achieving your goal.
Okay.
Like I feel like if you, because some of it is faith. Like if you, maybe you already saved enough and you're like, well, I actually can do more than this.
Yes.
I feel like that's faith. Like you believe that you can do more, then I'll say go for it. But we also have to be people who are like, I feel like for me personally, I would want to do one goal at a time instead of trying to like stack them up. But if that's your way of doing things and you've got the right structure in place, then yeah. But what's your opinion on it? Like, I want to hear your opinion.
So what he said was that gratitude basically diminish. And I agree with him on that. I do agree with you that you want to set up a goal, and when you achieve it, you find some sort of satisfaction and gratification from achieving that goal, which make you feel like happy. It's like the dopamine release when you feel happy about the fact that you achieved something. So I do agree with that. Now, the issue with setting up a goal and then before you get to it, you set up another goal is that it feels as if the goal is endless, as if you're never gonna achieve it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like the question was, would money make you happy? That was the question. Would money make you happy? And the thought was, if you have a perspective about reaching $1 million and how that would look like, once you achieve that $1 million, if that perspective and your expectation of how a life with worth $1 million would look like is not met, then you feel very miserable.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
That is right.
So it's all but the expectation that is connected towards the goal. Yeah. So I think I thought you're gonna lean towards more of a gratitude, but I think that's a clear understanding of it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think about that, because for me, obviously 90 days is like, it's long enough, but it's also short. It's not like for like a big goal. I don't think 90 days is enough. Like something that I talk about in my book is how Amazon works. Like they do their projects in quarters.
Yeah.
Like the big inventions y'all see, that didn't just happen poof.
Yeah.
They did it in quarters.
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of like leaning towards when you asked me, what if you haven't achieved this, but you already. Because like sometimes when you are so focused on your goal, more things start coming your way.
Yes.
And so it's easy. It's more likely for you to add more things because I'm already doing good. I know that I can do more. It's more likely that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like as people who are just starting low, I don't see that as a problem. It can become a problem if you do idolize them more. Then it's a problem because I didn't know I was gonna write an ebook, but then I was looking for things that would actually make me want to do this for 90 days. And that's where the ebook came to my mind.
Yeah.
So now it's another thing that I had to add to my 90 day of discipline thing.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying?
So it wasn't the first thing you thought about.
No,
Okay. So
it was
you wouldn't even
not.
think about writing a book.
I did not think about writing a book.
Okay.
It came like day 45.
Okay. Wow.
Literally. Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I was like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to continue. But then, I was just like, okay, let me just write an ebook, and I prayed about it and like the 3 years of discipline came to mind and I was like, okay, I'll write the book.
I still want to ask this. How did those 3 years of a discipline come to mind?
Yeah.
That was very creative.
To be honest, so I said I want to write a book, but I've read so many books. And they always have catchy stuff. They always have catchy phrases. So I was like, I need 3 or 4 things that I will have to write that will be like catchy.
Yes.
3 years of discipline, accountability, architecture, and achievement. Like those are very catchy. But I didn't think of them just out of the wedlock. Like I actually stayed and just thought about what I've actually been helping me in the 90-day journey.
Okay.
And then I was like, accountability and architecture have been like the biggest.
Okay.
Those were like the biggest. But then I was like, at 45, like I said, I was kind of like, I'm tired, And the ebook was that thing that actually pushed me now to say, if I do this, I have this.
Okay.
So that's how the 3 A's of discipline came.
Amazing. I like the 3 A's.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to the achievement just a little bit and then we're going to go to accountability. We're talking about setting up a goal and then, okay. So in the beginning stage, this is the thought that came to mind when you were talking about, that's a good thing, burnout. So for you, I feel like you readjusted on the 40 something days by adding the ebook.
Yeah.
Right. So that kind of like alleviates the potential for burnout.
Yes.
So for someone who set up a goal and then they haven't achieved it, it's like being procrastinated on multiple things. Yeah. And at the end of the night, you about to go to sleep thinking, I still have to do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I haven't achieved that. So I think that would be kind of like the downfall of setting up a goal before you hit like
the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So what do you do to make sure, do you celebrate once you hit the goal? What's that look like once you meet the achievement? Do you go ahead and celebrate?
I say celebrate.
Yeah.
Like celebrate. Yeah. I did a brunch.
Yeah.
I literally did a brunch. I called the girls that I was doing the 90 day of discipline with and I invited them and I was like, just invited some other friends, like, come, let's celebrate this. And yeah, even in any other goal, because I've told myself that I'm going to divide my life in quarters. Like I'm going to be achieving one goal, 90 days, 90 days, 90 days.
Okay.
And so every 90 days, I'm going to be celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm going to be celebrating because like you said, it gives you a dopamine and you want to do more.
Yes.
And you want to do more. And so if you can make it easier for you to want to do more, make it easier.
So the discipline that you created within the last 90 days, are you still going to keep those?
Yes.
Or are you going to?
I'm still going to keep them. That's why I started small because those are the foundation of my life. So if I can get those, if I can lock those up, like I can lock those in, I feel like a lot more things is going to be easier.
Yes.
And like I talk about the architecture. So I designed the architecture that's already set. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But like that's already set. So like it's kind of hard to like break it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in most instances where you achieve a goal after the 90 days, what people do is they go back to their original day. Like
Yes.
the first day, like let's say for example, you start in January. So I'm gonna hit the gym for the first 90 days.
Yes.
And you hit the gym for the first 90 days. Once the 91 days hit, you back staying home.
Yeah.
You know, like most people do that. So
Yeah.
would you put 90 days, like the goals that you set up? So you made easy goal where you can actually do this for the rest of your life. So this is something that you want to do for the rest of your life within the 90 days.
Yeah.
So the next 90 days, do you take a rest or do you just go into it?
So I took a rest for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But then the next 90 days, actually Monday, I'm starting another 90 day
Okay.
of discipline challenge where I'm going to be focusing on something else. That's not what I focused in the previous 90 days.
Okay.
So we have 12 months in a year.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm planning on at least 9 months where I'm actually focused, and where 3 other months I'm just like, those are the little, I'm playing around.
Laid back. Okay.
Yeah, laid back.
That's very good.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Even when you filing most taxes for huge company, like IFTA reports, they do 90 days.
Really?
Even at our job, 90 days is a very big thing. It's like most of the time, if you don't hit your quarters within the 90 days, they're gonna reevaluate you.
Yeah.
So you talk about internship, you talk about that as well. So that was very interesting.
Yeah, because I had an internship at Amazon last year, and I think that's one of the reasons why I actually was like 90 days is the perfect time, because we had 90 days, 12 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
12 to like 16 week. And that's literally what they use for all the interns, and not only the interns, even their project. I hope I don't get like canceled for saying this. But even their project, like they split them into quarter goals. Back on milestone 1, milestone 2, milestone 3, milestone 4. And so, yeah, because 90 days, it gives you enough time to make mistake at the beginning. And then at the middle, you like work on those mistakes, and at the end you actually have a product.
Okay, perfect. So accountability.
Let's talk about it.
Now, with accountability, I have to say I'm very good with not needing people when I'm achieving something, when I'm setting up something. Yeah, so
good for you.
It was hard to relate at first when I was reading it. But yeah, let's talk about that. So accountability, basically ask someone. For you, it was the social media, and you created a group chat. Was it a group chat or a channel?
A channel.
I think it's an Instagram channel, right?
Yeah.
So in that Instagram channel, you have to post every day about what you did, right?
Yes. That was one of the biggest contributor for me to achieving this. You lucky you can do it without people or nobody else watching. I wish, and I hope that I can get to that point. But as someone who's been inconsistent her whole life, I needed something to push me, and accountability was one of those things that really helped me.
Okay.
So waking up every single day knowing that I have to write a scripture in my channel and also like say all the things that I did actually made me want to go and do those things. Because if I didn't, then I would be lying. And also, as like the person who created the channel, I would be setting a standard for the rest of the people that are like in the channel. So like it really held me up to whatever it is that I set for myself.
What do you think about culture shaming? And the reason why I'm asking that is because usually in the old time, or even in an African community back in Africa, when you do something, like it's out there and people gonna shame you in the open.
Yes.
So I think that idea of accountability originated from there, where it's like, if you do something and society watches, they're gonna shame you on that.
Yeah.
So you have to be held accountable to it.
Yes. I actually like that. Yeah, you gotta be held accountable. But if like putting it out there isn't for you, like there's other ways that you can be held accountable. Like I gave multiple examples. You can do a one-on-one with somebody else. I think having a coach is actually a really important thing, especially for people who are wanting to like start businesses or like achieve a certain body goal. Like you've seen somebody do it, make that person your coach, right? Use that person to help you get whatever it is that you want to get. So I feel like there's multiple ways to go about accountability. You don't necessarily have to post it. You can, there's one of the accountability system that I talk about, and that is just writing a letter. Write whatever your goal is, give it to a trusted adult or somebody you trust. And then at the end of those 90 days, open it back up. just knowing you're gonna open it up, but it just keeps your mind going. It's like, dang, I actually need to do this because in 90 days I'm gonna have to meet with my advisor or whoever, and we're gonna open this letter and we're gonna see what we actually did. So it really, really does push like you to do what you do.
What if you don't care about the person?
I don't think you should do it.
Okay.
If you don't care about that person, don't make that person your accountability.
What if you don't care about social media and you don't care about like being shaming on social media?
Yes, so don't do social media as your accountability partner. So you can do, let's say, I know my sister, she did this. Her and her best friend, they did like a gym thing where they were going to the gym 30 days. And if that person misses, they send each other like $5, $10. I also put that in there. But you laughing, you've done it, huh?
Nah, I'm not done it. But I was thinking about doing that though.
You should.
I was.
So yeah, there's multiple ways to go about accountability, and I think I share more in my ebook about different ways you can do accountability. I don't even think for my next 90 day I'm gonna post it on Instagram because I feel like people already know what I do now. And I'm a very private person. I don't really like to share my stuff out there. So I'm like, that first one was good. I don't think I'm going to do the next one online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. So accountability, I really like that one, mainly because I feel like most people need that. And if you have like an ecosystem, especially friends that can hold you accountable, that's amazing. I'm grateful that that's something that I think I do have.
That's good.
No, I know I do have.
That's good.
But do you know Tony Robbins, the coach?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you watched the video of him coaching, who was this? Alex Hamosi. I don't know if you watched that, but anyway, it came out like a couple of days ago. Not a couple of days, a couple of weeks ago. I did a review on it on YouTube, and he was talking about having the heart in achieving, in wanting to achieve something. So you wake up in the morning and you feel as if your work, your school, and the things that you are doing, it feel like a duty. Like have you ever feel like what you are doing every day in the morning, it's like, it just feel like a burden that you need to do, right? So for him, he was saying like, you have to have the heart mechanic for it. For you within that 90 day, what was that for you? Like if you wake up one day and you don't feel like doing it, what was that hard thing that was moving you, that was pushing you?
It was the ebook.
It was the ebook.
It was the ebook.
So it wasn't like a family. It wasn't like.
It wasn't really like a family. No, because my goals are very personal.
Yeah, they're okay.
Spiritual and like health. Like this is things that I want to do. It was to build myself up for the future me, right? To set myself straight. But I do agree with the heart posture, and that's why I say achievement is something that gives your 90-day purpose. Because if you don't feel like it's giving you purpose, it's going to be hard.
Yes.
So that's why some people most people change their major throughout the college years. Because if they don't feel like this is what I'm supposed to do, the heart is not in there, they're not going to have the motivation. Even if they're smart, like the motivation is still going to lack.
Yes.
So I do agree with that, with having that art posture, like have the right art posture for whatever it is that you're doing. And that's why for me, the ebook was that, because I was like, if I can achieve this, I can help other people.
Yeah.
So that's where the heart posture is. Okay, I want to help other people achieve the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But in what way? In an ebook form. Like I wrote everything.
Everything in the book.
So,
okay. So that's the, I guess we can touch on that coaching, and because that will be the last part. So with architecture, and then we can just kind of do an overview. I kind of wrote what you say here. So I kind of, architecture is designing systems and environment that makes it easy to stay consistent and follow through on your goals.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Designing a system, amazing. So kind of go us through all that.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing for me was making a routine, like creating a routine that I could follow. Because a lot of like successful people, they have a routine, and that is the system that they live by. That is what makes their day like automatic. Like you have to make your day automatic to where you just do the normal things. Like we talk about brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth every single day. You don't even think about it anymore. So you want to make it to where your goal is kind of set up that way. So for me, my biggest thing that I had to develop is my sleep schedule. Like I had to have a set sleep schedule and a set wake up time, because that really changed a lot.
Yes.
It really changed a lot.
It affects your circadian rhythm, your cortisol. Yes.
Yeah, that really changed a lot because I set my time. I was like, I'm going to be going to bed 10 to 11, like the latest. And I'm going to wake up 5:15, 5:30, the latest. So having that in place. And then I told myself that before I go to bed, I'm going to make sure that my table is set for the Bible study in the morning, and then my gym clothes. And I know these things we hear about, but like if you actually apply it, like it actually is, like, it makes a tremendous difference.
Yes.
So I put my gym clothes in my backpack, or I will either wear the gym clothes to school, so that right when I'm done, like I go straight to the gym and I don't go back to my dorm until I'm done with the gym. Just like having a set time that you go to the gym, a set time that you read your word, a set time that you sleep, like that right there is already making it way easier than just winging it. I will do it, but when? You know, I think one thing that I say is that we all have routines, but the difference about a routine that actually produces results and a routine that doesn't is that the routine that produces a result has a when.
Yes.
It has a time to it.
Yes.
So you got to have a time to whatever it is that you're doing, because that then makes your body accustomed to that. Yeah.
Yes. The atomic habit.
Yes. Atomic habit.
The insertion of the atomic habit was really interesting. So, when you started kind of curating on architecture, the first thing that came to mind is remove friction.
Yes.
Remove friction. So when you wake up in the morning, if you cannot think about what clothes to wear, that will save you so much time.
Yes.
You can think about a moment where you were late on a meeting because you were thinking about what clothes to wear.
Yeah.
But if you can remove that friction by setting it up before you go to sleep, save you so much time.
Yeah. I think that was one of the biggest thing that I took out of the atomic habits. It was that removing friction and also like habit stacking.
Yes.
Those two things, it really does help the whole architecture. Like just like it makes it really good, bro. But like, yeah, removing friction. One of my goals for the gym was to lose weight, like lose a little bit of weight. And I am someone who is like loves sweets. Like I love sweets. So removing that friction was for me not buying sweets or putting sweets in my room. Cause like most of the time I want to eat sweets at night. And if it's right there, I'll just eat it. Like who's there to stop me? Right? But like you said, removing friction, not buying it, not bringing it into your room, is gonna make you not want to go and buy it at night. Like why are you gonna wake up and just go get it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really do believe in that removing friction, that's really important. Like you gotta make it to where it doesn't, like it's so easy for you just to indulge in whatever it is that you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you say a perfect example. It's, let's say, in the middle of the night and you are craving ice cream, you're not gonna drive.
You're not gonna drive
to the store because you probably love sleep more than
right.
Yeah.
And just the thought, knowing that you already are trying to break this habit.
Yes.
At that time, you're just like, okay, let me actually just stay, because this is you're trying to break this, and it's already late. There's already so many friction, and your goal is not to indulge. You're most likely not going to.
That is true.
Yeah.
So I was doing a research study on how our brain functions when it comes to the thinking habits. So there's two brain. There's a brain thinking number 1 and brain thinking number 2.
Okay.
You know, the brain thinking number 1 is usually operating on a system that is set up. Let's say, for example, something happened to you, you immediately react. So you don't think about that.
Yeah.
You just react.
Yeah.
Your brain normally wants to function on efficiency. It doesn't like to function on awareness. So let's say, for example, every time you feel stressed, you pull up your phone, you start scrolling. That's efficiency. Your brain wants to act on that because it's easier.
Yeah.
But if you become aware of it, you're using too much energy. So
Hold on, you kind of ate with that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so you're breaking it, and you have to break that cycle of being that constant, acting in brain thinking number 1. So the circadian rhythm have to be alignment, and there's this terminology. It's called like I can't think of it right now for some reason, but now I really want to think about it, but I really want to know. But anyway, it's how your brain pattern works. So if we talk about stacking habits, the reason why I'll say all that is it's the stacking habits. Like expand more on that. On the stacking habits and how that affects you as a person so that you can remove bad habits and put good habits?
Yeah. Stacking habits is really good. I'm trying to see how I can explain it. So stacking habits is basically adding a little bit of whatever your goal is to something that you currently already do. So for example, like I said, my goal was to read the word and also like work out. I keep on saying this. People already got it. It's but anyways, some ways that I was able to incorporate like the reading and also the working out is that sometime when because I already like work out and I'm already at the gym, sometimes it would be easy for me to like bring a book and like read while I'm on a treadmill. Or like if I'm walking to class, I could be listening to like my Bible verses because one of the things I wanted to achieve is to like memorize scripture.
Memorize scripture?
Yes.
I like that one. That was really cool. I tried to do that like the next day.
You should. How did it go?
It was good. I mean, I like listening to music or listening to music is usually good when you're working out, but listening to the Bible when you work out, that's a whole new level of revelation.
It's different. So yeah, I would listen to like the word and I would walk to class. Another ways that people can like stack up habits, is like if you're already someone who maybe eat breakfast at a certain time, you can, in let's say you want to start watching the news more, like you can eat breakfast and watch the news. If you're somebody who needs to get a certain amount of steps throughout the day and you just don't have time, while you're brushing your teeth, you can be walking around and you're getting steps. It's just like little things like that, but they do add to that overall outcome. So you just got to find two things that you can do at the same time simultaneously without affecting the result of the other.
Okay. Yeah. And if it's a bad habit, how do you remove it?
A bad habit, removing a bad habit, you're just going to have to make it impossible. I don't know. I think I would have to have like an example to actually see like how I would remove it. But like the example I gave about the sugar, don't bring it into your room. Yeah. Let me see what other bad habit I wanted to break. Like sleeping late. Like I feel like the best way to remove that is number one, I don't know. How did I remove that? Because I set a time.
I think you set a timer. You set a timer.
I set a time, but like sometimes you have so much going on that you don't follow through. Yeah. But I think.
But your waking up time was the same.
Right? Yes. My wake up time was the same. And because I kind of counted what I do in the day, I kind of planned from the beginning till the end. So like I was at the end of the day, I was already done. And like, because I wanted to sleep early and I woke up early, my body was already tired anyway. Like it was easy for me to just go to bed. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, cause like the waking up early, like waking up at the same time every day, I don't know, people don't understand this, but that also correlates to your health in the long terms. Your circadian rhythms has a balance set up. So in a day, you most likely not gonna have a crash out. Did you notice not having like crash out in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
You know, when at 2 a.m. hits and you just feel like you don't want to do anything.
Yes. I think I did notice that because I experienced not having that routine and actually having that. Like day 45 is when everything like literally changed because I had to create that architecture for myself because I'm like, man, I've been doing this, but I've kind of been winging it. I have to make it work. And that's when I started doing that. And yeah, it really did. It really did. Amazing. Even with like muscle growth.
Yeah.
Like, getting enough sleep. Yeah, it really did help with like, I saw more result when I slept enough hours and instead of like not having enough hours of sleep. So
nice. Yeah. Amazing. Oh, and I remember the word stimulus response cycle.
Oh my God. This response cycle.
Stimulus response cycle. Yeah. That's the word I was trying to say. So it's basically like if something happened to you, let's say you're driving a car and someone like cut you off, right? When someone cuts you off, that's an action, that's a stimulus. And your interpretation of that is going to result on how you respond. So if you get mad, it's based on your interpretation. So for example, you can interpret that as someone disrespecting you and you act out as being mad. But if you can interpret it as something like, maybe that person is busy, you're going to act out differently.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So that was the stimulus response cycle. That's how your habits is kind of like being formulated by cue and response. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Atomic Habits actually also talk about that.
Atomic Habit touch on the cue and the
and
response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So so trust me, when I was reading the book, I was like, bro, this girl is in my brain right now. No, I was literally enjoying it because
Good.
I don't know. I read it in like less than, I don't know how long. I read it in less, I mean, it was in the same day, same sitting. Like,
Yeah.
I read it, go
Yeah.
on it. And it was like, yeah, it's short. So, but it's good. I like the way it's short. It's very good. So let's talk about the last part here. And I think we can finish off with that. So there is something that I saw at the end, which is for someone who would want to go on this journey with you.
Yeah.
So, if someone commit fully to your 90 days system, what really change do they expect at the end of it?
Yeah. So, how do I go about this? So, like I started by saying the 90-day challenge is curated to anyone who wants to achieve a certain type of goal, but they like the discipline and the consistency. And so if somebody commits to everything that I wrote in the ebook, they're going to be able to achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve, as long as it's within the 90-day frame and they are consistent every single day. Like, best believe they will. Like, this is 100%. I have tested. I believe it. I believe it. It's just, sometimes people they just don't believe. But like, you actually have to try it to see it. So I believe that if you actually commit on that level, you would actually see results. If it's a big goal that cannot be achieved in the 90-day period, it's a good start. Like, it will start that goal out. And then you can commit the next 90 days to continue with that goal and the next 90 day. And you, at the end of the day, you will achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Where I come in as a coach is that, like I said, accountability is really important. Doing the 90-day of discipline challenge by yourself it's going to be, you can do it, but it's going to be really hard if you don't have that accountability. So for me, I have done it, and I said I will always do it. So I'm always doing the 90-day challenge. Like, I'm always going to be doing that. So if you are somebody who is actually serious about achieving a certain type of goal and you need guidance, you've read the book, but you don't know how to apply it to your life, I am like here to help you apply it and actually walk you through it, because it is something that I've went through and I'm continuously going through. Not with just one goal, but with multiple goals. So together, we can be able to get on a plan where I could help map out your goal and help you find the accountability system, help you find your achievement, and help design your architecture for you, and also check in on you regularly throughout those 90 days. So that's how where I come at. And then there's also an opportunity for you to just book a call with me where we'll actually go through all of this. But the only thing is, I won't be checking in on you regularly. So I will help you map out the whole 90 days, everything you want to do. I'll help you set up the achievement, the accountability, and the architecture. But I just won't be your accountability partner.
Okay.
You would have to find another accountability partner. So there's an option for that too.
Okay.
Or just the ebook itself is enough, but you just want to figure it out yourself.
Hey, the ebook is amazing. But I'll say, for anyone that want to advance on their discipline, they should definitely do it, especially with the. So it's more of like coaching, right? Or how, because sometimes people, I think they have a misconception about coaching. They think it's like a therapist or a counselor or someone who's gonna hold their hand. So can you define more on your coaching?
Yeah, so honestly, I incorporated that because I personally have done coaching myself. When I first got into fitness, I had a personal trainer who trained me, and my results from them is way better than what I did when I was by myself. And then when it comes to business and things like that, I'm always getting coaching and mentorship. So that really has an effect on my results and the things that I do. So I was like, this is a really good thing to incorporate in this too. Cause if you might have, there's a lot of people who read multiple books, but they don't implement everything in that book. It's not that they don't want to do it, it's because sometimes the book in itself is not enough. You need more guidance.
Yes.
And so the coach is there to guide you because they've been there.
Yes.
So I think that's kind of like where I'm aiming is like if you want to actually follow the 90 day of discipline and need guidance and need someone who's going to support you, is going to push you, that's where the coaching is.
Okay.
That comes in.
Okay. So how do people find you? And I'm gonna leave the link obviously in the description, but how do people find you? And
Yeah, so people can find me on Instagram, just write 90 days of discipline. And then on my page, I have the link of my storefront in my bio.
okay, nice.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
I can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Only God knows. Only God knows.
I mean, you're starting off great, so I think this is amazing. So, do you have any last closing word for the Elevate podcast, guys? Or
Elevate. I would say, don't limit yourself. Anything is possible, honestly, for those that believe. And systems. Like you have to have a system for whatever goal that it is that you want to achieve, because just winging it won't get you anywhere. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Aditya, I really appreciate it. You guys, see you next time.
See ya.